Everybody, this is Anthony, to be honest, from Mission Start Podcast, and it's been a while since we had any new content as of late when it comes to videos on our YouTube channel. But don't worry, we'll have a lot more to come. Hopefully, this may be the start of many. But anyways, I'm here today because there was an announcement that happened this past weekend at a fighting game tournament, final round, that Capcom made. Now, just to give you a little bit of backstory, for the past 6 to 5 months, Capcom has been they have been teasing, they have been educating about the new fifth character. They had already announced 4 new characters for Ultra Street Fighter 4, which includes Valento, Hugo, Poison, and Elena. And they are from the Street Fighter series prior, but they also they are an exact ports from their counterparts in Street Fighter X Tekken. Now, I'm here to discuss my reaction and kind of after all the rage and everything has subsided to let me think clearly. This past weekend, Capcom finally revealed the 5th and final character for Ultra Street Fighter 4, and this character, they've been teasing and they've been, getting people's hopes up because they've said in prior past that this character is brand new to the series. This character has never been in any Street Fighter. She's totally new. She's has everything about her is a fresh face to the series. And for the majority of the community out there who loves fighting games, we're really excited. They love to see a fresh face. The last original character we had from Street Fighter was Hakan. That was, I believe, in 2012 when the arcade edition came out. Or it might have been actually, yeah, I think it was. Prior to that, we had Yoon, we had Yang, we had Evil Ryu, Oni, and then from there, just characters that went on to be added. Now, the thing is, though, about these characters, is that when each character was added on, no one thought about or bat an eye as far as why there's 3 or 4 clones of Ryu in the game. Why is there Yin and Yang, which pretty much are just clones of each other, or different movesets. And yeah, nobody really cared per se, or nobody, because I guess when they saw that, it's if it's the lore, we've seen that before and people wanted it, and it's a different twist to each character, I guess, is what people were kind of thinking. I don't know, but come this past weekend, Capcom unveiled a new character called Decapre. Now, Decapre, people were already saying and guessing long ago in Ono, which is oh, you guys are not guessing this. Nobody, 3 people online, BS. Everybody was. Everybody knew that. Everybody had a good guess of what it was. And yeah, it was definitely a character that people was not expecting. As far as to be the character to be in Street Fighter. And for people who don't know, Decapre is one of the dolls that and she's within the Street Fighter comic lore. No, also in Alpha series too, actually. If you go back, Street Fighter Alpha 3. But yeah, she's one of the dolls that Bison has. And there were a lot of interesting characters within that cast, actually, to be honest. I would like to see somebody else instead of Decapre, because what Decapre is pretty much came down to is that she is an exact clone to much of her movesets, but with some different variation. Now, people are upset about this because Capcom has been hyping this character up for so long, for the past 6 to 5 months, and they've been teasing as far as this is a character that everybody's gonna love and everybody's gonna use and whatnot. And it was a huge letdown. I don't think the character herself is what people are mad about. It's just the letdown as far as what Capcom did. And it really speaks volumes when you see a character who uses the same model from another character within the game, but altered differently, with a few different moves. It has a mask, but it's virtually the same character in the game. And it really is a huge backlash right now. People are really upset. And you know they have a right to be because if you had played this game, or if you were you know, wanting a new character that you've not seen before, Capcom kind of failed to show that. And when I saw this, two things came to mind. Is that it shows that Capcom's broke. Like Capcom has not have the best financial earnings as they used to, and right now their cash cow is Street Fighter, and then whatever new game they bring out. I'm not quite sure what the numbers were for the last several games they did that were Devil May Cry, or what was it? It was Lost Planet 3, and other games they did prior in the past. But as of late, they've been really relying on the fighting game community and Street Fighter to have money for them, and people are really feel very betrayed as far as like how this went with the announcement. Now, obviously, people are not going to use this character, and people are going to be using their main characters anyways. But I think that the real question is that will this affect Capcom in the long run? Well, it depends on how much Ultra sells. I think that I'd say a good majority of people who play Street Fighter today will go and buy Ultra anyways, regardless of how the character is in the game. I think that this announcement did turn off some. I'd say if I were to give percentage, I would say like around 30-20%. I can't go much higher than that. Just for the fact that the game is still really good, and that the balance changes in the game right now, or the balance that they're making to each character in the game, including new characters, has been, what I've heard, really good. From what I've heard from people who play the game, is saying that this is the best balanced version of the game they've ever played. So, which is good. You know, we want to have a balanced competition. We don't want to have a character that is very OP, that is your win character. Although with the announcement of Decapre, they might, you know, decide any otherwise. Obviously she's gonna get nerfed and buffed in some areas. But oh man. But yeah, like she is a character that Capcom clearly shows that they do not have the finances to make a new character, or to even have anybody work on entirely original character. Now I don't know how long it will take them to work on Street Fighter 5, but I think that if people really care about, you know, the next Street Fighter, if they really care about having better characters, or some old characters bring to life, instead of characters that are just rehashes of other clones of other characters, they should go buy Ultra when it comes out. Because if this completely fails, which I doubt, but if just to say, hypothetically, Capcom Ultra comes out and is not selling as much as they want, then you're really looking at, you know, Capcom as a business. Hypothetically, like if this character, or if this you know, Ultra comes out and nobody buys it, hypothetically Capcom would be in deep shit. They would be, I would say this would really hurt them. I don't know. I think it's interesting because Capcom is working with the fighting game community and supporting events and giving money to community-run events and tournaments to support the game and to support the scene. So I'm not quite sure how much money Capcom really has per se, but my feeling is that everybody's still gonna buy Ultra. Everybody is gonna use her, you know, every once in a while. But right now, I do feel like there is a lot of bad vibes. A lot of people who feel betrayed and angry. But thinking about it now, as I think back, like, regardless of what the character is and regardless of what happened this weekend, like, Capcom's gonna make their money. I don't think any doubt that they will. I think the character itself is dumb. I think that it was lazy. And the only way you guys, the viewers, and everybody else who listens to this or watch this video, the only way to to tell a company they don't like that you don't like it is with your pocket, with your wallet. Like the Xbox One and PS4 controversy, people pre-ordered PS4s heavily more than Xbox Ones, and that forced Microsoft to change a lot of its policies back to what it was prior and to what it was then. And you can do the same with Capcom games. So, anyways, thank you for this little tidbit. Follow me on Twitter at Defective Naruto. You can follow the stuff I do, including this video and more stuff I might do in the future, on our website at missionstarpodcast.com. Be sure to hit subscribe on the YouTube channel, but also be sure to check out all our content on our website. But yeah, hopefully maybe I'll do some more reaction videos to some events, and who knows, I don't know, I might become next Total Biscuit, but whatever. Anyways, thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time.